Heidi from Garden Crossings, and today I'm going to be creating for you a winter hanging basket. So what I've done is I've taken the liners out of my hanging baskets from this summer. I pulled out all the ratty old petunias, but I am going to leave the soil that they were planted in because it's nice and firm, and that way I can poke my evergreens and such into this. So it's just my liner. What I'm going to do is I have a few things that I've collected from the garden. I've got the red twig dogwood, which is a nice red color. This here is some Douglas fir. I bought a 8-foot tree and I cut it up into the branches. I also have some flowering kale that was left over from our fall combinations. So I'm going to just see if I can utilize that. And I also have some limelight hydrangeas that I'm going to maybe be poking in for some interest also. So we're just going to go ahead and start creating, and we'll kind of see how this goes. We may need to do a little tweaking, but let's just see what we got. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the red twig dogwood, and I'm going to put that in the center. I want that to be like the thriller of my combination. I'm going to grab a little bit more of it. The one thing you do have to be careful of when you are creating your hanging baskets is you have to remember you've got that hanger, so you can only go so tall. So I got to try to keep these a little bit on the shorter end, just so that they'll fit into my hangers. So we're going to just stick some in. Actually, I cut this branch in half, but I'm going to use the bottom half also. And again, I'm going to do that with this piece. And there. So that's the center. That's just going to give us that height and kind of that thriller appearance. Next, I think I'm going to stick the flowering kale in, just because I'm going to have to dig away at the soil, which just could be a little bit tricky because, like I said, it's old soil and it's very root bound from the hanging baskets and stuff that were in here, but just need to get it far enough that there. We're just going to set it like that. Once it gets into the hanger, it'll hold. Alright, so I took the Douglas fir and I kind of trimmed them down a little bit because, again, you're working with a smaller type container. You're going to need smaller type branches. So the reason I like working with Douglas fir is because it's soft. So it's not hard to work with. You don't need to worry about getting poked or drawing blood when creating your combination. So I am needing quite small pieces here, just because it's not a very deep container, so I don't have a lot of room to, stick it in there. Pushing in on an angle because I want the branches to be more kind of vertical than what I do want them to be horizontal. I'm just finding that the shorter I'm going, the better off it is. It's kind of a Charlie Brown looking branch, but it's okay, it's green. We need it to fill in. Alright, this here, I'm just going to cut all these branches off so I have a little bit more flexibility on where I'm going with them. When creating a combination, it really, at first it was kind of intimidating to do because you think it's got to be perfect, but the thing of it is that nobody else will know what's wrong with it. As long as it looks good to you, it's a good thing. Alright. So just continuing to push these branches in there really good. You'd rather be overfilled than underfilled, I think, when you're creating these, because You may lose a few in the wind, so you're better off to have a full looking combination than a sparse looking combination. So, getting around here to the back side, I got a few little open holes that I'm going to fill in yet. And the reason, like I was saying earlier, the reason I like working with the old dirt is because it's firm. So when you push these branches in, they'll stick. Or if you're putting them in soft, fluffy dirt, that soft, fluffy dirt will kind of give away and the branches won't hold quite as nicely. Alright, a few more in here, and I think spin it around and take a look to see what it looks like. Alright. It's looking pretty good. I feel like I need a few more kind of in this area here. Because like I said, I'd rather it be full than sparse. Alright, there, that's looking pretty good. Now I'm going to just take a couple hydrangeas and we're going to put those in there. I'm going to put them on the front side because again, this combination, nobody is going to see it from the back side, so I'm going to put all my interest towards the front. Maybe I'll put one in the back. Yeah, we'll do that just to give it a little balance. Alright, there. I think that looks pretty good. So what I'll do when I get home is I'll take this liner and I'll drop it right into my hanging basket. And these, I use a lighted hanging basket. So these will automatically have a light up on top of them that will illuminate the plants at night. So it's beautiful for during the day, but it's also really pretty for at night. And actually, if you want to walk over here with me, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So this here is an example of our lighted hanging baskets. You can see the light up there on the top. I'm not going to be able to fit this in there just because I have to take it all apart. But just to kind of give you an idea, you'll have this evergreen in the basket and it will illuminate at night. It's so beautiful. These are called I3 planters, and this is something that we do sell here at Garden Crossings. So if this is a thought that you would like to entertain, you can send me an email at sales@gardencrossings.com and I can get you more information on our lighted hanging baskets. They're perfect for year-round use. Oftentimes you have a hanging basket and you just use it during the summer. These are great for summer, fall, and winter. In the fall, I put mums in my hanging baskets. So, just another thing to think about of how you can, utilize your porch area for all seasons of interest. This is Heidi from Garden Crossings.